Welcome in. If you're joining us on the old YouTube, I am Charity, aka Nice Comps. We are going to be doing some shipping today. We are doing Depop, we are doing eBay, we're doing Mercari, and we're doing Poshmark. How to ship, how not to ship. Questions, comments, thoughts, ideas are always welcome. There is no wrong answers. I'm going to turn on the live chat. If you guys have any questions, feel free to ask below. If I don't see it, it's just because I'm using my computer. Y'all are on my computer. So feel free to message me or ask afterwards, and I will answer to the best of my abilities. If I don't know the answer, we'll let you know that I do not know the answer. You can find me on all social media places. I'm Nice Comps. Nice to meet you. All right, we are also going to invite in our TikTok friends here. So let's get that started. All right. And if you are watching this on the replay and you're on YouTube, feel free to just fast forward the button just a little bit here until we get started. And I appreciate you following me because that is awesome. And I believe in my heart that you are also an awesome person. Just like I'm an awesome person. You're an awesome person. We're awesome people. All right, let's see. Who are we going to have on today as our very first person? We need a little chapstick. We got a lot of shipping to do today. It's going to be busy. It's going to be a busy day. Monica Deaver is the first one on this afternoon on this beautiful Wednesday. Actually, it's a little cloudy today. I'm in Texas and it's cloudy. We don't complain about that in Texas, though. If it's cloudy outside, we aren't complaining. We're happy about it. Southern's here. Good to see you. Happy to see you on this beautiful Wednesday. No, Southern, you missed it. Monica Deaver actually was the first one, but you guys joined in like almost at the exact same time. Hey, Kayla, welcome in. And Ash, I'm happy to see you. Also, Melissa B. Derek's foster paws. Oh, that's probably going to have something to do with dogs, and that's amazing because I love puppies. Rolling egg rolls as we speak. Oh, that sounds so good right now. Oh, why did you have to say that? Now I'm going to crave Chinese food all day today. Hey, toothpick and ice cream. Blue Dream Stizzy. Welcome in, you guys. Feel free if you are awesome, and I know you are. Auntie's Crafty Corner is here. Feel free to share this out with other people. Hopefully we can help each other with shipping questions and other things. You never know what shenanigans and stories we're going to get into. Coley's here. I see you, Coley, and Cheryl, and I see Ann as well. Southern, I'm sorry, she says, yeah, we don't really have any good Chinese restaurants around where I am too, and it's really sad. So I think we might have to like do some homemade egg rolls. We had a really good Chinese food restaurant where I used to live in Swim called Fortune Star. It was so good. They always knew when I sat down to order, he'd always be like, extra garlic, extra ginger. I'm like, you know it. I miss that spot. Oh my gosh, Laura's here, wild and almost free. If y'all aren't following her, you lost your minds. The amount of tips and tricks that woman has for this business is bananas. I swear her knowledge is like abounding. And she has the best bolo brands and things to look for. She's so good. So if you guys are not following Wild and Almost Free, I highly suggest doing that. Another shout out too, follow Southern Treasures if you guys aren't following her. She's also doing these like really cool, like motivational reading things. She gets me all fired up, makes me feel like I'm ready to work. So that's another great person to follow. All right, you guys. So whether you're joining us on TikTok or YouTube, thank you so much for sharing. Thank you for the hearts. Thank you for the love. Thank you for the follows. Thanks for everything. Let's get this started. All right, the first place we're going to head over to today is eBay. Now, I always start with eBay first because I am absolutely terrified to sell something on a platform outside of eBay and then have to cancel eBay. Nobody wants to cancel eBay because y'all know they're going to ding, ding, ding you if you do that. So I always do all of my shipping over there first. So let's see what's sold. We've got quite a few packages going out. eBay was super busy for me over the last couple days. So this is everything that sold from Monday night. So like after 5 p.m. on Monday to right now. So it's about 36 hours, I guess, of sales. So let's see what we got. And I also get to admit a mistake today. So that's fun. And we'll get to that in a second here. And I'm going to give you a little piece of advice on how to not get and do the mistake that I did, because we are always growing, always stretching, always learning. Yeah, fired up. I'm ready. Tracy, hey, yo. Okay, the first thing we've got here, I just listed these. You guys were actually on with me when we took photos of these. These are the ivory black checkerboard Vans, white on bottoms, ivory tops. A little bit of a bread and butter pair. Now, these were a smaller size. These were a women's 7. I tend to find Vans for me in this style do better. My men's ones always do the best. If it's like a men's size, like a men's 9 or 10 in Vans is like golden for me. But this is a men's 5, women's 7. These wound up selling for 14 over on eBay. They did have a little bit of the name missing on the back. But the great thing about these is I can usually pick these up at a yard sale for super cheap, which is what I did with these. So I picked those up for, gosh, guys, what was it? We just got them at the yard sale this weekend before last. I think I wound up getting those for $2. I think we paid $2 on them. So paid $2, made 14, easy, quick flip. I know people sometimes can get a little bit more for these. I know that I usually get more in like the $17 to $22 range, sometimes 25 if they're in really good condition, if they are a bigger size. But women's 7s in these, women's 7s for me and other shoes do great, but in these Vans, just not quite as much. Oh, that's a great sticker. Look at that one there. Super cute. They're shoes, so they're going to get a shoe sticker, of course. And I know people are probably going to ask, so this foam here, I know that this can be expensive to buy. I got it for free, which is why I use it to ship most of my things. I have a source here in town that I am really hoping pays off to be a regular source for me, because it would be awesome. And they just give it to me for free. It's like a sign company. You know, I always say, just ask. Go to different like industrial parks and just different industrial places during business hours, obviously. Be safe, be careful, be cautious, but go in and just ask them. Anyone that's getting stuff shipped to them that's like big, huge things probably has a lot of packaging materials. And a lot of those companies just throw it away, which is wild because we all know how expensive this stuff is. So it doesn't hurt to ask. And it might wind up being a source for you for, you know, future purchases as well. So we've got this in our foam here. I made sure that the shoes don't touch. I like to do that when I do my shoes. Now, if I hadn't got this foam for free, I'd probably just be using packing paper. I did repost a good video that Arizona Pickin had just done. He found some really inexpensive craft paper for shipping the other day. I don't remember where he said he got it. If he joins in, we'll have to ask. But I did repost his video. But you can go over to his page and take a look. It's Arizona Pickin, and you'll find it. His background kind of looks like a Ninja Turtle. And he, like I said, he found some really inexpensive stuff. I don't know if anybody else found that. Hey, Hustle. Howdy, howdy, howdy. Nurses here. CT West Coast. Oh, it was CT. You're right. I'm sorry. It wasn't Arizona. It was CT. CT found it. Was it at Lowe's? Yeah. So a super good deal. So I always like shouting out those deals when you can find them, because we all need to be saving money on shipping supplies, right? Like the more money I can save on shipping supplies, the happier I am. Now, these are over £1. So I'm going to be using a place called Pirate Ship. A lot of you guys probably already know about it, but for those of you that are new to our channel or just new to reselling, sometimes depending on where you live in the country, you are able to get a way better price for shipping items if you ship outside of the platform. Now on Poshmark, Mercari, Grailed, you do need to ship in-house, meaning that you have to ship and use their labels. But for Depop and eBay, I always ship outside of it. Depop, I do all my shipping outside of it. eBay, I do anything under £1. In eBay, anything over £1 saves me a ton of money if I do it this way and go through Pirate Ship. Pirate Ship is free to sign up, so it doesn't cost you anything. And like I said, it just winds up saving a lot of money. I'll give you an example here. Now, I'm in Texas, so my shipping here is really good. When I don't know anyone else to put that. When I was shipping and living over up in Washington, I was living up kind of by Seattle. My shipping costs were at least $1.50 more pretty much anywhere. But here where I'm at in Texas, pirate ship always is less expensive. These, for example, are going up to Washington, D.C., it looks like, and Maryland, because I seem to ship so many things to Maryland. It's so wild. So these are going to Melissa in Maryland is getting these shoes, and it's only costing us $6.99. Now, she paid $8.50 for shipping. So I was able to pad that a little bit. That covers my costs. That covers my gas. That covers my gas to and from going to the garage sales to find these things and all that kind of stuff. I don't think there's anything wrong with padding that shipping a little bit. I have never had any complaints. I think I have a 4.9 for shipping fees on eBay, so that's not too bad. I'm sure that there's a few people out there that complain or would like it for less expensive, but if they don't like it, they can get up at 4:30 in the morning and go to garage sales, right? Wink, wink. They ain't doing that. They ain't doing that. All right, so this is going to be our UPS bag. This will be our USPS bag. Make sure you separate these out. If you are using UPS or you're using UPS, you definitely have to bring it to those locations. Otherwise, you will get a naughty puppy and you're going to get charged for it, or your package could get destroyed. Oh, we got a couple good questions here. Jem, yeah, Arizona's lame. Jem, I'm telling you, you said that. No, that's not true. We all love Arizona. I got a video on packing paper as well. Hit up your local print press place and ask for end rolls. Ooh, Southern with the tip. I love that. How do you keep the motivation to photograph? This is where I get stuck. Because on the 1st of the month, I get a mortgage bill. And on the 15th of the month, I get a power bill and I get a water bill. And I got to get groceries every week, and I got to buy life things, and I need the money to buy tickets to go to concerts. So that's how I keep the motivation up. And I'll be honest with it, you guys, I really like doing this. Like, it is way outside of anything I thought I would ever do for a job, but I freaking love it. So that part's easy. Now, the part I have a hard time keeping motivation with is like the bookkeeping part of this, right? Like the keeping, how much did I spend? What are my taxes going to be? Like all the admin work is literally like, oh, for me, it is not my jam and jelly. Fortunately, I have a very analytical husband that loves numbers and watching things on videos on how to do all of that kind of stuff. So we make a good team because otherwise it ain't getting done. What a terrible thing to get. So yeah, so Bougie, I would say, dude, or girl, whomever, write down your bills, pop them up on your wall where your death pile is, and be like, all right. Or things you want to get done. What do you want to do? Where do you want to go? Do you have something fun you want to spend that money on? I mean, all that stuff just sitting there is just cash literally piled up. I get rolls of paper from the local newspaper in rolls. That's super smart. You prefer pirate ship instead of eBay shipping? Yeah, for Keegan, for me, anything under a pound I do in eBay. Anything over a pound is always less expensive for me on pirate ship. These shoes were $6.99 on here. If I tallied it up on eBay, they would have been like $7.63. Let's see. Do we have any other questions here? Yeah, this is my full-time job now. In rolls have a ton of paper, and they usually sell them to public for $5 or so. Mac took you to class last night. Oh, new lessons coming up. All right, let's get going here. Let's keep going. So we are going to copy that. We're going to put that over, and I hope I got to everyone's questions. If I missed anybody, I am not trying to be rude. I just literally am trying to keep up there. Okay, so we paste that. So feel free to ask twice, thrice, 4 times, whatever you got to do. All right, save and continue. And thanks for the hearts, you guys. We got 100 hearts already. I'm giving you all 100 hearts as well. There we go. Okay, so got our Vans done and moving right along. All right, next ones, you guys might remember I got these at a garage sale. About 3 weeks ago. I paid $10 for them. My internet wasn't working at the time. Well, I should say this. Verizon for me, for some reason, like my 5G here, just does not work very well. So I couldn't get any reception at this sale. It was like out in the middle of a field, in the middle of nowhere behind this barn. And so I couldn't comp them at the time, but I knew that these were the zeros, the why nots. I guessed that they were going to be worth around $50, and I was actually pretty accurate. So I wound up getting these for 10. They sold for $47.50, and they are going to someone named Isaiah, which is also my son's name. My son also wears this size shoe. So that is that is a crazy little coinky dink. These are definitely going to be over £1. So we are going to have to send these. Oh, it looks like these are going, I'm not sure what that means. I don't know what that means. Something. I'm not sure what that means. I just got the thing that said, are you trying to promote your own products? Nope. I'm trying to just promote these things that I sell. So I don't know what that is. I'm hoping you guys are still seeing this. Give me some hearts if you're seeing this. I'm not sure if this is actually working. It's weird. Something is going on. Something is funky. I see a heart. Okay. I don't know. I just got a weird little notification. TikTok sends those things out, and I don't even know what it means. Like, it's like, are you trying to promote a product? I'm like, I'm not trying to do anything, and I don't even have a business account. I'm literally just shipping out some shoes. Is TikTok Shop making sure you're not selling on here? Nope, I am not selling on here. Okay, Bailey says you see it. Are they going to 2 streets over from where your son first lived? Oh my gosh, no. These look like they're actually going international. So these are going to Illinois. So these are going to someplace, which is pretty wild. So we are going to get these packaged up here. I'm thinking since these are shipping out, I may have to get these. I don't know. Do I have to put these in a box? I don't think I do. I don't think so. They're not the kind of shoes. They're $45 shoes. So here's my threshold. I usually only box up shoes, unless of course they came in the box, but I usually only box up shoes that are like over $100 is kind of like my threshold, or whatever you want to call it. So these are going international. So I am going to make sure that they wrap up really nicely, but I'm not going to box these. If I did, then it's going to go way over the weight that I originally put in for them. And then what's going to happen is I'm going to get a bill from eBay telling me that I have to pay them extra shipping. So we don't want to do that. So we're just going to put these in here. This is plenty of foam. These are staying safely and snugly in here. So I'm going to put that there. We're going to get this all packaged up. That's so funny that you say that though, Jennifer, because I know you were on the other day. I had the last time we shipped, it was one of those really weird, like coincidence shipping. So we shipped like stuff to streets where I knew, places where I used to live. Like it was just really one of those kind of weird coincidence days. Sometimes if you talk about cost, I think just like, oh yeah, you're probably right, Hustle. It's probably what's going on. My anxiety tells me to box $10 shoes too, says Southern. Yeah, here's the thing though. These things in this foam, like they're not going anywhere. If it was just paper, I probably would, but like there's nothing's happening to these. I will say this. I used to be a lot more critical about doing that for I would always box everything, but the cost, it was either costing me money on shipping or I was getting a thing saying I owed money. And so I'm like, I don't think I should do that. So I just put these in my poly bags and I hope that everything's going to be good. I haven't had any complaints. Let's just say that. I haven't had anybody say that they didn't get their items safely or anything like that. But again, I'm using that foam, so that might be like the difference. Creekside's here. Yay! What is up? Stephanie, happy to see you. That was my mom's name, so it's one of my favorite names. All right, so let's get these packaged up here. Let's see. We are going to put these in as What is the weight on these? Not 200 pounds, so that is incorrect. Okay, let's get that better. All right, there we go. My scale just had like a serious moment. So I am going to definitely put these into pirate ship. Otherwise, it is going to be bananas for shipping on these. Because of the size of these shoes, I'm guessing that they're probably going to charge me $11.90, $12.50 to ship to Illinois from eBay. Would be my guess. And I'm usually fairly accurate as to what I think that they're going to charge me. We're going to take a look in here and see what happens on pirate ship. Now, on pirate ship, you have options to do box or rigid packaging, or you have envelope, padded envelope, poly bag, soft bag, or box in a bag. For something that is this like sturdy, you cannot do just say that it's just a poly bag, right? Because the whole idea of them not having you put the height in is thinking that the item can move around a little bit and make space. So if it has any sort of like rigidness at all to it, I always put it in as the rigid pack of boxing. It's not going to charge you a ton more. All it does is just make you put the height in. But in my opinion, totally worth it. All right, so our length is going to be, let's take a look, because this is a long boy. These were huge shoes. So we got 15 by, I always say round up with shipping. So we're going to do 15, 11, 6. 15, tab 11, tab 6. And yes, I'm going to probably always say tab because that is what I need to say. All right, and it's doing something weird with the zip code. It looks funky, so we're going to fix that. We're going to put this under apartment. Sometimes you got to mess around with things just a little bit to get that in there. And then let's get our rate. So this is going to be way less expensive in pirate ship than it is over on eBay. Yeah, so it's $7.97 through pirate ship for these big, huge shoes. Whereas it would be like probably $12 at least if I was doing it any other way. So we don't want to do that. So we're going to copy that. We're going to print that label and get it going. Auntie's Quarter says, LOL. eBay kept crashing on me, says Bailey. Oh, that's interesting. I wonder if they're doing like a little update thing or something. I guess we'll find out if that's happening. Now, if you guys are using pirate ship, you'll probably notice you're able to do UPS, what's called UPS SurePost. And what UPS SurePost is SurePost is like UPS and USPS teamed up. So UPS is paying USPS to utilize their trucks and delivery services. However, you cannot take a UPS SurePost item to USPS. They will not accept it, and you will end up with a destroyed package, a returned package, a lost package. You're going to end up with something, and you don't want to do that. So Isaiah will be getting his shoes. It's so strange to say that when it's my son's name. Like, it always feels so weird to say his name. You guys are probably like that too if you have kids or hubbies or whatever. Like, every time I sell a pair of Justin boots, it's always like, oh, Justin's, but that's my husband's name. So it's always like weird. I don't know. This is the way my brain works. These are the things I think. These are the random things and thoughts in my head. All right. So we're saving and continue. So we made about $32 in profit on those. So it met my 3-time threshold. Not bad. The cleaning of them was like 4 seconds. I just used my little power brush thing that I use. Okay. Next item here is going to be a pair of Levi's, because you know the day would not be complete unless Charity sold a pair of Levi's, because she always sells Levi's. So this is going to be, let's see, what is our SKU number on this? These are number 740. 740, where are you? Here you are. So this is a pair of 2022 Levi's. We're going to check them here, make sure that they're the right pair. These are a little pair of women's 311s. Now, this is not the kind of Levi's I'm always picking up. These kind of Levi's, these women's Levi's with these little tabs, they don't sell for a ton of money, but they will sell kind of consistently. And again, you got to use the right trigger words and descriptive words. These are, you know, emo, indie, skater, skater girl, retro, pin leg, pin ankle. There's like so many different words for this one. So I would say pick these up if you can get them for like $1 or $2. If you're getting them for anything more than that, then these are a pair of 2021s. So they're newer, like, but they're still a good pickup if you're getting it for like $2. So we got these for $1 at a garage sale, and we sold them for $14.25. So that's a great little profit there on a really simple pair of pants. And I'm guessing they're going to be over a pound. Are we going to be under? We're at about 15.4. I don't think I'm going to risk it for the biscuit. I just don't. It's not worth it to me to end up with a fee and stuff. It's just as easy just to pop over to Pirate Ship and put those on. So we are going to see, where are these going to, guys? Where are these going to? These are going to Maddie in California. I can't list, and it's asking the zip code for me too. Interesting. I did have a couple glitches on eBay today. I'll share with you guys. So there could be a little something happening over there. Hunter's my last name. I get it. Oh, that's funny. So every time you do Hunter Boots or see Hunter Boots, which I think, are we shipping some Hunters out? Oh, no, I just accepted an offer on Depop. I don't know if they're going to pay for them or not. We'll see. Hey, Logan. Yeah, that's so wild. Like to have your last name be something like that, or your name be something like that. That's like a weird coincidence when you see that. It's like we saw another charity on a go live here, like last week or something, and I never see anybody with my name. So it's just weird when that happens. All right, getting a little cute little bucket hat here. Very Blossom, if anyone remembers that show. Does anybody remember Blossom? Whoa. I just heard Justin from the other room. Whoa. That's funny. All right, so these are going in a small poly bag. And like I said, technically they're under a pound, but we just aren't going to risk it. It's only going to cost about 50 cents more. And I know that I charged them for an over a pound price. I don't ever do jeans for less than that. So we've got, let's see, that's going to be 9 by 6. And our weight is going to be 1 pound. Across the board, they're technically 15.7, but here's the thing I have found. If the person at the post office or the machine that's weighing it was just a half of a dot off, if you are over that pound mark, they're going to let you know. So it's just, in my opinion, not worth it to mess around with that. So these are going over to California. Had a lot of fun in San Diego a couple years ago. Oh man, was that last year? No, year before last. I don't even know. Life goes by so fast. Who even remembers what they were doing 3 days ago, right? All right, put those in here. We're going to get another bag here. It is a hoppin' and busy shipping day today for sure. Let's copy that. Let's take that over here and put that in our listing. Now, the next one is interesting. Some of the glitches I found on eBay today, and I would encourage you guys to do this. Go into your listings today and sort all your listings by your shipping methods. I had about 25 listings that had free shipping attached to them that I 100% did not have free shipping on. I do free shipping very rarely. I will do it on some video games. I have one pair of slippers that I have free shipping on because every single other one of those pairs had that. And I have free shipping on some lapel pins, and that's it. So I know exactly in my store what has free shipping. So we sold this little guy. I had just delisted and relisted this. I checked everything. I put the shipping in. Everything was great. And it sold with free shipping. So we are going to make exactly $0 on this item. In fact, it may even cost me $1 to send out. Now, I 100% am completely confident that I did not have free shipping on this item. Now, if I hadn't seen all those other things this morning with free shipping attached to them, I would have thought, well, that's my bad. I guess I must have done that, right? However, the fact that there was like 20 other items that were not attached to free shipping that just mysteriously had free shipping on today, is kind of one of those, like, I believe things can happen, but when coincidences start happening, then you, whoops, just dropped my fabric shaver. Then you got to kind of like think to yourself, that seems a little suspicious. So I would encourage you just to pop over to your listings today. Hopefully no one else ran into that issue like I did. I've had one per day for 3 days now. Ooh, Thrifty Duckies. Depop is popping off for me also. I love it. So you've had one Depop sale a day for the last 3 days. That's what I'm talking about. See, Depop's great. You just got to get to know it. Like, you got to learn how to be friendships with it. Vera says eBay is not opening for me right now. All right, so something must be going on. Well, the person that is getting this spaceship is very lucky because this was not a free shipping item. But they are getting free shipping today. So that is, I guess they just ordered at the exact right time. If this was a different platform, if this was Poshmark or something like that, I would probably just cancel it because this is going to probably cost me $1 to send this. But it's not, so I'm just going to send it. We're going to chalk it up to it is what it is. I'm going to make shipping on other stuff that's over and above what I should. So what are you going to do? I mean, I can't cancel this. And this person is just, they're just lucking out. So it is what it's one of those, like, it is what it is moments. There's nothing I can do about that. So I would definitely check your listings today. I would look around. If it glitched on the free shipping, it could be glitching on other things too, friends. So when I get off of here, I'm going to have Justin look through our whole kind of eBay store and just check. I had this happen. They did an update. I guess it had to have been like last year. And I don't know if anybody remembers this, but eBay did an update. Now, at the time, I was not doing this full time. I was really honestly just kind of like what I would think of as like a dabbler. And I was just selling some of my mom's old stuff on there. So I didn't really have that many listings, but I went through and we had 10 listings that had duplicated. And it wasn't me. I didn't duplicate anything. I had duplicate listings in there. We also have had the issue where something has sold and then it's relisted itself on eBay. And we've had that happen with a few things too. So I would just encourage you to look through that today. It seems like whenever they do an update or they do anything in the back end at all, that seems to be kind of like an issue. So I'm popping this in here. It's a little messy wrap, but that's okay. I'm hoping that this doesn't break or anything. I'm certainly not going to put this in a box and go through all of that. I'm treating it with respect because it is a sale, even though I'm not making any money on it. It should still arrive safely. I can't imagine that doesn't get there safe. If not, then I will give him his $7.45 back or whatever it is. So we're just going to do get shipping label and move on here and pretend that this didn't happen. And it is what it is. So let's see, we got 12 by 6 by 2. We're going to just do this straight in eBay because it's under £1. Yeah, so he paid, well, at least it's not costing me any money. He paid $7.45 and it's $6.40. So I guess technically I am making $1, although the order value, that's after tax. Oh no, I'm sorry. So that's after tax. So he paid $6.84. The shipping is $6.40. So we made 44 cents. However, with the eBay fee, we literally made $0. So thank you, eBay, for putting free shipping on that. Much, much appreciated. James in New York, I hope you enjoy your vintage Epcot free item. How do you make money on shipping? So Keegan, I pad my shipping. So if I know that an item is going to cost me $6 to ship, I'm probably going to make it like $7.40. So I'm going to add a little shipping on because I do flat rate shipping on everything. I don't do calculated shipping on anything. Now, that being said, that does not count for Mercari. That doesn't count for Poshmark or Grailed, because all of those you're getting the shipping labels internally through their system. But if you're doing eBay or Depop, which is my two biggest selling platforms, then I always do the shipping outside of it, and I pad it a little bit. Covers costs, covers my materials and supplies, and etc. Okay, the next thing that we've got here is another pair of pants. Surprise, surprise. These ones I just listed. I had a really hard time finding comps for these. I think I did a pretty good price on them. This is SKU 978. And this is a pair of 1990s Lee dungarees carpenter pants. Trigger words, descriptive words for this is loose through the thigh. You want to put that on there. You also want to put baggy and loose, because that is the aesthetic that's really popular right now. You also want to use, obviously, if they are truly vintage like these, you want to do vintage. If they're not vintage, meaning that they're not 20 years old, then you want to just use the word retro. You can also use throwback. That's another one that I've seen. I don't see it as often as I see retro, but it's good for that. Either one of those, or you could put both. So these are going to Henry in Florida, and he paid $8.50 for shipping, which is what I charge for all of my jeans. We're going to copy this. We're going to go ahead and pop on over to the old pirate ship, and we're going to get in the pirate ship. We're going to put a label out today. We're going to see what we see. All right, so this is going to be in a poly bag padded envelope. So this is a good example of an item that can be listed as that padded envelope, because it is pliable, it's movable, and it just saves you time, because then you don't have to put the height on. You're able to just do the length and the width. Why now calculated shipping with the handling cost? A lot of times customers are really turned off by the handling costs. They don't see them until they go to actually ring up at the end, or at least that's the way it used to be. I'm assuming it's the same unless they've changed it. It just turns people off. They're like, handling fee? What do you think you are? You think you're fancy? It's kind of like when you go to a restaurant and they already tell you exactly how much you're going to tip. Now, there's nothing wrong with that. I don't find anything wrong with that, but a lot of people are just turned off by that. So if I do calculated shipping, also, if I've got a customer that's up in like Maryland and wants something, it's so far from me that by the time they do calculated shipping for anything over 2 pounds, it's an astronomical price. And it doesn't need to be that price. It's what eBay has decided the price will be. If I take that same amount and I put it into pirate ship, it shows me exactly how much the shipping is going to be for real. And I've probably padded that a little bit. So I don't do any calculated shipping. I got super burned. I usually don't make any money off shipping. Most of the time I've paid only $1 for what I'm selling. So that's where I make my money. And there's nothing wrong with that either. 40 egg rolls. Oh, Southern. I am so, yeah. So from what I understand, Keegan, and someone can tell me if I'm wrong about this. When I first started doing this, you could see when you went to, when a customer goes at the very end and they see what the fees are, they see a handling fee attached to that. Now that may be different. I don't know if they don't have that anymore. I'm just speaking from what my experience was when I saw it. So 1 pound, 9 ounces on this. And I would not want to see a handling fee either. So that's just me. It's like when you go to order groceries and it's like, you know, free delivery, and then it's like, you know, $19 for a handling or something. Now I get it. My husband runs a delivery service. So like, I get it. But I'd rather do it a little differently so people don't see that. And I've just never had issues with anyone complaining about the shipping prices. So $7.95 to ship these in pirate ship. These would be like $8.40 in eBay. So again, making a little extra on that. We're going to buy a label for this. And we will get Henry his pants. Super cool pair of pants. These are totally the kind of jeans I would wear if I ever wore pants. I am convinced that I literally live in shorts. I don't think you guys are ever going to, if you guys see me in a pair of pants, it's because I either really like the pants or it's cold out for some reason, but that's just doesn't really happen here. All right, Henry, so these are going Ground Advantage, and we'll pop these in our bag with our USPS. I'm new to this, so I don't know the shipping prices on stuff. Here's what I would suggest doing, Keegan. This is what I did when I first started doing this, and I hope I'm saying your name right. If I'm not, I apologize. I actually have a cousin named Keegan, so I'm hoping that's correct. What I did is I got a piece of paper and I wrote down how much it would cost me to ship things between like 1 pound and like 2 pounds, and then how much it would cost from 2 to 4, 4 and up. Then what I did is I went into Pirate Ship, and they have a rates section in there where you can figure out how much stuff would be. And I probably should do a video on this because it probably would be really helpful. But if you go into the rate section, you can put like a zip code and an address down for a Starbucks in Seattle, or a grocery store up in Maryland or whatever, and it'll give you an idea of what the shipping is. Then you could do shipping for like a state that's closer to you and see what that is. And then you can kind of just build your prices around that. And I used to have it all sitting up in a sheet. I also had Post-it notes all around. I don't have it anymore because I've got it all memorized. But I bet you, I wonder, guys, I bet it's in here. I bet it's in my old notebook. Yeah, it literally is. So this is what I did. I had Post-it notes with the pricing on stuff. I had how much to charge people and what weights matter on Mercari. And then I also had the shipping prices up at the top. I've got other personal information on there. So I also had shipping prices up in there. And until I got stuff memorized, that's just what I did. So we all start somewhere, right? Yeah, and thank you to, I see admins in here answering stuff, and y'all know how much I appreciate that, because it would be really tough for me to, I don't ever want anyone to feel like I'm ignoring them. So I want to make sure I'm getting everybody's stuff answered. So I appreciate you guys helping me out. That, we are truly better together. Without each other, none of us would know how to do this. I certainly wouldn't know how to do this. Watching y'all and other people is what really helped me. All right, the next item we've got here is a shirt. I held out on the price of this because I knew what I could get for this shirt. So I got so much honey and love on this on Depop number 205. So we're on SKU like 1,000 now or something close to. I think we're at like $9.99. So that tells you how long I've had this shirt. And I held out for it. I got a lot of offers for like $30, $35. I was like, no way. So what this is, and most of you guys won't know this band, but this is a band called Trivium. And it is a black metal band. And this has the double-sided. This is an album from 2005. Very rare. It's also printed on like a super beefy heavy stock. It doesn't have the tag, but if it had the tag, I would say that this is probably either a Hanes heavyweight or a Gildan heavyweight. One of those two. I can tell just from the feel of it. I sell so many t-shirts. And so I held out on this, and I got full price for it. So I got this for $1 at a garage sale. We sold it for $47.50. And I'm glad I held out on that, because I made an extra $15. I knew it would take the right person coming along. But sometimes there's those items that in your gut, you just know that it's worth just waiting for it. And that was the case with this. I just knew that if I waited, that I would get more for it. Oh, guys, we need to bust into some more stickers here. Let's do it. Let's get them. These are the stickers I'm using. If anyone's wondering, these are my faves. If you go to the old Linkity in the old bio-y, then you will see them. I just like them because the quality of these are really good. So I am enjoying them. I am enjoying the prints. And this person is going to get, let's see, probably not a unicorn if they're buying a metal shirt. Let's not do the unicorn. We'll just do this one here. Oh, actually, we'll do this one. Tell me that is not so adorable. That is so adorable. Man, tells me how much we've been selling lately by seeing how few stickers I've got left. We've just been hammering through those. So we're going to pop these in the bag. Now, with something like this where it has a ton of color on it, it's a more expensive item. It's really nice. I'm going to put my stickers on the outside of the bag, and then I'm just going to put a little piece of tape down. Now, the question I'm going to get is, do you have to do stickers? I don't have money to do stickers. I didn't either at the beginning, guys. That was not something I was doing. I was writing thank you notes on Post-it notes at the beginning. You make a little bit of money, you set a little bit to the side for taxes, and then you set a little bit to the side to be able to get yourself your Gidgets and your Gazmos and your other things. I just think it's something cool to send. I think we are in an age of time where, and this, I'm going to sound very old right now, and that's okay. I feel like we have lost a lot of human connection with each other, which is one of the reasons I actually really like doing this, because I feel like I'm hanging out with people and it's cool. We've kind of lost this like human connection. And because of that, we've lost some of the fun part, the human part of selling and buying. I mean, there's nothing better to me than buying something from, you know, an independent person, someone with a small business, and you get like a little thank you card, or it comes like wrapped in a ribbon or something like that. I will order from that person every single time. So like, for instance, there's a bubble bath called Four Angels, I think is what it's called. I don't remember. I have it in my bag. They have like bath bombs. It's a mom. She makes them by hand. She's got like 4 kids, I think. But when you get them, each of them are individually wrapped. They're in these cute little boxes. They come with a card. They come with a note. They come with a QR code. It came wrapped in this really nice stuff. It was just so like above and beyond. And that's the only place I would ever order any of those from now, is because of that. Being able to have that like personable feeling. So for me, a little sticker that costs me hardly any money and a little thank you note. I get these through either Primo Print or Vista Print, whatever's on sale at the time. I get like 5,000 at a time for $80 or something. So they're super inexpensive. And it just, I think it really has helped me also to get reviews, because I had a hard time selling at the beginning because I didn't have any reviews. So I just looked like, you know, not a real account or something like that, because I didn't have any sales. So for me, it was like anything I could do to get more of that. That's why I was doing the handwritten notes. Yeah. Please speak to this boy. I am not sure what you are talking about, but oh my goodness. Are you guys being sassy? Oh, Arizona, I am not ignoring you. I actually gave you a shout out earlier that belonged to CT. Does pirate ship have insurance, for example, post office? Yes. So anything under $100, it's just the same kind of insurance as normal. Anything over $100, where it goes into like either over 100 or if it's over a pound, and it's over 100, I do extra insurance on that. I think Ground Advantage is, I'd have to look at the specs, I don't remember now, but I think it's like up to $100, up to a pound. And then over that, it goes in different increments, but it's basically the exact same insurance as the post office. And pirate ship will even work with you if you get a last order, which is cool. Arizona, I'm giving you all the love. All the love. I'm speaking to you, Arizona. What are you doing today? What is happening with you? Okay. Next up, we've got a sweater. So this is SKU 701. Another little pickup at a garage sale. Of course, we got this for $1. This is a cashmere blend Abercrombie and Fitch. I don't pick up a ton of Abercrombie and Fitch unless it's vintage. I don't know why. Maybe it's just because I don't know the brand well enough. But this was a little bit of an older style, but it also is what's called a muscle sweater. So this specific, if you ever see this on a Abercrombie thing, the muscle fits sell well for me. They just seem to always sell. They're meant to, like, you know, make that nice shape on a person. So I always sell these. I wouldn't pay up a ton for this. Ooh, did I just turn into Elvis Presley? You ain't nothing but a hound dog. Yeah, so got this for $1, sold it for $16.99. Cashmere blend, that's another easy sell for me. Just like if it's wool or like anything cashmere, I usually pick it up as long as it's a good price. Again, I'm not picking it up if it's, you know, $10 or something. That'd be wild. This person's getting an adorable little milk carton here. I think that fits with the muscle, because muscle, protein, ah ha ha ha, she's so funny. We're gonna put this in a little bag here. And what is our weight on this one? Yeah, we are under a pound. So we're gonna ship this straight from eBay. One day we'll get her to look at the screen more frequently. Guys, I'm trying. I know I need to have like my mom eyes, my eyes in the back of the head. Thrifty literally pinned that. I love it. Have you ever accidentally shipped a UPS package through USPS? I haven't done that yet, but it almost happened the other day, and the lady at the post office saw it from across the way and said, "Hey, that's a UPS label. So I had to double back and go to UPS. So yeah, I almost did. I'm looking at the screen now. Thanks for the heart. Oh my goodness. I don't know if I'm more productive. I just know that I am busy. So busy. Oh, nice little morning text from my boy. Hi, son. Love you. Okay. He's not on here. I don't even know if he has TikTok. All right. 0 tab, 10 tab. What do we got on that? That is like an 8 by 8 by 2. And he paid, drum roll please, $7.90 for the shipping on this, because I think I probably thought it was over a pound when I listed it. Whoops. And it's only $5.45. So we definitely covered all of our fees on that. And Faye from New York is getting their really, really pretty, nice, well-kept cashmere sweater. Let's print that baby. Hustle. They're so needy. We all need each other, right? Hi, Betty. Good to see you. Thanks, you guys. Thanks for the follows, too. All right. And the shares and the 1.5 hearts. Thanks for everything. Thank you for being a friend. All right. And into our post office bucket. We are still on eBay, guys. eBay was hopping. I sold a ton of things on eBay. So this is just over the last, 36 hours. So it has been busy. All right. The next thing we've got here was a no brain pickup. This is a pair of big and tall men's. So these are a 62 by 32 jean, new with tags. These are the 560 comforts. 560 comforts are a great pickup. A lot of guys that do wear the big and tall are going to be looking for the 560s, because the 560s have a really super wide, loose thigh area here. So the person can either wear it tight depending on their shape, or they can have it just a little bit more baggy for the kind of like skate or loose aesthetic, hip hop streetwear aesthetic as well. So these are definitely going to be over a pound. So we're going to pop these over to pirate ship. And these kind of sizings, if you guys have ever followed me, you just know that I always buy anything I can in big and tall. If it's big and tall and it's in good condition, I'm getting it because it always sells for me. We just came across a rad sticker. Look at that one. That is amazing. Super cool. So this person's lucking out and getting that one. We're gonna pop that in with our thank you card. And these are going to Jeffrey in Kentucky. And we'll get this into a poly bag. If you're wondering where to get poly bags, you can go to the old Linkdinkity on the old Bio IOE, and you can just go from there and find them on my lists. I have used a couple different brands. No, that's not even true. I've used a ton of different brands, and the ones I have in there now are the ones that I really like, that just don't, they're like beefy, so they're not like, they just don't tear like the ones. When I first did this, man, I don't even know how many different companies I went through trying to find ones that wouldn't tear, because I had one box that I actually wound up throwing away. I bought like 500 of them or something. But if you even pulled on this, it just stretched out. And I actually wound up getting a refund from Amazon on that one. I can't remember. As Amazon, you got to be creative in how you say these things now, right? All right. So we're going to copy that. We're going to go over to the old pirate place, and we're going to put the address in and see what we see. Okay. Making sure everything looks correct. Yep. And we're going to do envelope or poly bag on that. That is a 12. That is a 7. And that is 2 pounds and 13 ounces. Let's see what we got for our shipping price on this one. Kentucky, I don't ship a lot of stuff there. Oh, it's like $7.95. Cool. So he paid, I think he paid up for that. Usually my jeans that are this size, I will do $8.90 for, but we're going to look and see if that is what I charged. I try to have a rule of thumb, but the rules of thumbs often change. So Where do you put your keywords? Yes, thank you, Jennifer. I always put them at the bottom of my description. Just got a $180 offer on a NASCAR jacket on Depop. Will they pay? The answer is absolutely not. But I'm going to send out positive energy that they will, Arizona. You need a TV to link to your iPad so it will be a large in the words. Yeah, no kidding, right? It's funny because the TV that I'm using is right here, you guys. Or where are you? It's right here for you, by you. Oh, I don't even know. Whoa, directionally having an issue there. Woo! You're talking to the girl that I have to use my key fob to find my car every time I park anywhere because I can never find it. So I'm the one in the parking lot. Yes, that's me. Beep, 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 trying to find my car. So yeah, I have a TV. That's what I'm using on there. If I got another TV, I would literally feel like the movie Swordfish with John Travolta and Halle Berry. Great movie, by the way. All right, putting this in here. And we are on to our next item. Copy, paste, and write down that we shipped your items, Jeffrey. You'll be getting your pants. They're in great condition because they're new. And save and continue. All right, one more item on eBay, and then we're going to move on to our next platform. This is item number 885. I just delisted and relisted this because I had realized that when I had taken a photo of this, I had not done pictures of the back. So this is how you evolve as a reseller. So I got this shirt. I took pictures of it at my old house and my old setup. I didn't have this thing here. I did flat lay at the time. So, and my lighting wasn't that good and blah, blah, blah. It's all the things we started at the beginning, right? So I had taken pictures of this. I took a picture of the front and I took a picture of the close-up of the actual graphic on it. This is a vintage Colorado Buffaloes NCAA shirt from the 90s. And I know that because of this super beefy Champs label. It's really old. Like that's a kind of an original Champs logo there. Okay. So anyways, I had taken the pictures. And so what I was going to do is I got it out of my inventory. I found it, put it back up, and I just took pictures of the back here. Well, then when I went to load the pictures of the back in, the pictures of the back looked so much better than the pictures of the front because I had done it with my old setup that I just scrapped it all and redid photos of all of it because putting it in here, it took like obviously way nicer pictures. This thing sat in my inventory for, I mean, it's been like over a year now, probably a year and a half. It's one of the very first things I sourced. I think I got this at like maybe like Goodwill or something like that. And lo and behold, I relisted it with the better pictures. I kept everything else about the same, probably messed with the descriptions a little bit. And it sold within this last week. So that just goes to show, go back through your old listings. If you're finding you're having a hard time selling something, it could just be maybe your photos need to get taken a little bit better. Maybe you need a little bit different lighting setup. Maybe your description's a little wonky. Maybe you don't have trigger words in there. I definitely did not have trigger words, which probably helped it a lot. And there's nothing wrong with, sometimes just scrapping what you've done in the past if you know that you can do it a little bit better now. It's better than it sitting in my inventory for another 2 years waiting to be sold, right? You're welcome for the good vibes, Arizona. Do keywords help on eBay, Vera? The answer is unequivocally 100% of the time. You will see them on all of my new listings. If you ever come across one of my listings on eBay that doesn't have trigger words or keywords, it's just because I have not gotten to it yet to redo the listing. Ever since I started doing that, I've been doing it for about 2.5 months now, and it has completely changed my business. Could you consider using paper instead of plastic to wrap? Mellow State does this and it helps. Yeah, so I would just use paper. The reason I'm using plastic or I'm using like the foam that you see is just because I got it all for free. I have like 40 rolls and they're like this big of this stuff. So that's what I'm using. And it's lighter weight than the paper, so I'm able to save on the shipping a little bit. Relisting is so important. Yes, Spencer, thank you. Also, if you guys are not following Spencer, you are making a mistake in your life. I have been watching so many of her videos. She's so good about like really telling you brands that are selling now, brands that are current, and keeping you in the know of what's working and what's not working, especially when it comes to women's clothing, which is something that I really struggle with because I would say I'm definitely more of a male aesthetic seller. I do sell women's stuff, but 80% of the stuff in my store is considered male. And so I am learning a ton. I've learned about, let's see, what have we learned about this week? I learned about Bowden dresses. I didn't know anything about that. What was the other brand? I saved your video, Natural something that you said that you always pick up. Spencer also is one of the people that encouraged me through her videos, whether she knows it or not, to start looking at women's clothes. So I picked up a pair of high heels for like $7 this last weekend, and they're going to be like $350, $400 heels. The little tab at the bottom of one of them needs to be replaced, but it's like, dang, they're like $1,200 new. I was like, whoa, I don't know any men's pair of shoes I'm finding it like that unless I'm coming across some, Jordan ones or something. So I appreciate her. So make sure you follow her. Make sure you guys also follow Hustle in Arizona. They have some great tips too. Yeah, whoop, 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 whoop. Oh my gosh. Okay, we are moving on to our next platform. So we're headed over to Poshmark. Now, you guys know I don't usually sell a lot on Poshmark. Although 2 weeks ago, all we could do was sell stuff on Poshmark. But we're back to kind of our normal amount. And we have one item over on Poshmark today. It is a pair of vintage women's jeans, the exact kind of thing I would expect to sell on Poshmark. I believe it's this pair here. Let's take a look. Is this SKU 869 or 863? Yes, it is. Perfect. All right. So I'll show you guys what these are. I don't always pick up Eddie Bauer, but I will definitely pick up vintage Eddie Bauer. And this is a pair of 90s taper pants. This is, that they're 90s, not just because of the tag. I know that that is a 1990s Eddie Bauer tag because you can tell from the beefiness of it. But also, if you look at the fit, this is almost like, I guess you could call it like a mom jean, where you've got like the small waist here, and then you've got like, they're not technically a balloon pant, but they kind of balloon out here and have that like loose through the thigh, very 90s aesthetic. I was hoping these would sell outside of Poshmark because Poshmark takes so much more fees. The comps on these weren't crazy huge, but we did manage to earn 15 on these. I did pick them up for $1, so you can't go wrong with that. If this was something though that was in like a thrift store and they wanted like $7.99 or something for it, I wouldn't have picked them up. But for $1, I don't pass up on much for $1. So that's absolutely adorable. Super cute little sticker. That's getting popped in here. Yeah, that is true. He is always sassy. Oh, the boots. Oh, is that the video that you made? Oh no, that was somebody different. Never mind. Just kidding. Just kidding. I did see another one of somebody that had it was a vintage owl toy. I don't know if it was one of y'all, but there was a video, there was like a vintage towel. She took a picture of the owl toy at the store, went to comp it, forgot it was in her photos, didn't run the comps on it until she got home because she found it in her photos going through. She's like, oh my gosh, I never comped that. And it was like some crazy comp, and went back to get it. It was gone. Oh, when that happens, like at least you didn't have someone rip a hat out of your hands at a garage sale. Good gravy. I am still having trauma from that. That was just bananas. Okay, so these are Poshmark, which I just put them in a poly mailer. I do that all the time, you guys. I'm so used to shipping outside of Poshmark. So you should not put these in a poly mailer. I should have put these in a Timex mailer, but they're packaged up. It cost me 1 cent. Moving on with my life. I do that. You guys see me. It happens every time. I need like a reminder right here that's like, Charity, if it's Poshmark, put it in a Poshmark envelope. Like, good gravy. These are going to Brittany in Minnesota. Brittany, you're about to get some really amazing pants. And they're clean and they're shiny and they're in crazy condition. Such a beautiful, rich black color for being you know, from the 90s, or like probably just been in someone's closet forever. Marking that as shipped and moving right along. All right, got to get another bag out here. It is a busy, busy day shipping for nice comps. All right, getting that up there and in the bag. Here we go. Sitting in traffic, so this is keeping me entertained. That's good. I love it. Perfect. Okay, we are going over to Mercari, and let's take a look here and see what we got. We have, I think we sold one thing on Mercari, and then we're gonna be going to Depop. Y'all know that that's hopping. So guys, our experiment, our Depop experiment, y'all know what I've been going through over on Depop. The tracking number kept getting spit out for a couple items. I'm gonna make a very long story short. I want to pass it to talk to Depop, like head technical people. And we were able to get the situation figured out and fixed, but it really screwed up my algorithms. They told me it didn't, and I was like, I don't believe that, because I typically sell 5 items a day on Depop, and I was selling 0. So now that that's all flushed out, the system is completely cleared. All of a sudden, we've been selling things back to back on Depop again. So I'm like, I don't think that you're being truthful with me, but that's okay. We just gonna move on. We're going to move right along. Okay, so we're over on Mercari. We have, first item we've got here is a little pink Dickies. This is like a nurse's shirt. This is going to Shauna in Michigan. I got this thing for like 50 cents. Unfortunately, it did have like 2 little spots on it, and very, very small. You know, I don't spend a whole lot of time trying to get spots out of stuff, guys, unless it's something like really expensive and it's really going to make a difference. Like, I will shine a pair of Nikes up really well, but you know, this is like a $10 shirt. So I am not going to, you know, put a ton of time into it, because time is money. Scrubbing time is money. So we're going to just put this over in a little poly. We made about $10 on this thing. Like I said, I got it for, I think this was one of the things I got for like 50 cents. So that's a pretty good markup, from 50 cents to $10, even if it was $1. And Shauna, your shirt is on its way. And confirm as sent. Boom, done. And next item. Okay, our next item on Mercari is going to be another pair of Levi's, of course, because y'all know I've been selling Levi's all day. These are a pair of 2015. These are 559s. I'm going to go to the item, though, and I'm going to double check my SKU, because I have sent the wrong pants before. Yes, that is real life, and no, you don't ever want to do that. 927, I want to have it to mail. I had to mail the correct ones out, and that cost me money, so I don't like losing on money. So I definitely am checking and double checking all of my SKUs now, so that I don't do that, right? Always stretching, always learning, always growing. This person's getting a sunflower. We are going to toss this straight on in the bag, and we're going to pop this in here, and we will get it sent out on Mercari. Oh yeah, vintage roper and other Western shirts for $1. Are you kidding me? That's fire right there. Love that. You got a whole set of Christmas stitches for $3. Dang, Creekside, that's a super score. Charity is the queen of Depop. Me and Depop, we are BFFs. Even if I run into a few snafus from time to time, we definitely do well over there. Hopefully I don't ever become a naughty puppy over there, because I would definitely, like, I don't even want to put it out to the universe. I'm always going to be on Depop, and there's not going to ever be any issues, right? Okay, this is going to New York, and we're going to print this out here. When you are on Mercari and you're printing labels, you'll notice that if you're on a Rollo printer, you'll notice that the UPS SurePost labels are never true to fit size for their Rollos. The magic number, you can all write this down or memorize it or don't, is 36. So when you go into customize scale, if you're using a Rollo, I don't know about other printers, but if you're using a Rollo, the number 36 is what will fit it true to screen, so that you don't have like a really small label with a small barcode. I messed around with it quite a while to find that perfect sweet spot. and 36 with the Rolo is the number. Mercari is the only one that does that to me on, and it only happens with the UPS SurePost. It doesn't happen with any of the other ones, just that one. So if you've ever ran into that issue, hopefully that will help you to save you time of trying to figure out how to do that. So, all right, got a couple other little messages here. I'm taking notes on my way up. Nice. I've had one sale per day, 3 days in a row, thrifty. I'm so proud of you, dude. That makes me so happy. I love it. Yeah, Spencer, I know that you don't sell a lot of like Y2K men stuff, but there's a market on Depop for a lot of different things, especially like it seems like there's Depop every month. It seems like there's more and more people on there because it really filters to a different age demographic. So your demographics of age on Depop is anywhere between like 18 to like 35 kind of max is kind of the cap. So if you've got anything that's like any like trendy stuff or like any retro stuff, because that's so hot right now, that's definitely the place to go. Like I cannot even imagine not having Depop. I know you sell a lot of stuff on Poshmark, I'm assuming because you're what you sell, but it always works for me. All right, the next thing we've got is a pair of cowboy boots. This is always a pickup for me. These were a little pair of Ariats. I definitely had to shine them up a little bit, so I just used my Wyman's leather cleaner on them. They've got a few scuffs and stuff, but they're in pretty good condition. They are, I used my little electric scrubber brush on them. They scrubbed up really nice. We were able to get $70 for these, so that was a good little flip. I got these for, I think, like $5 at a sale or something like that. I think I got these for like $5 or something at a sale. So I don't box up cowboy boots. Again, if they're over $100, I may consider it. But the thing with cowboy boots is the price of like how big you have to have the box. It just makes the shipping like so crazy. So what I do is I take my foam, I lay the boot down, I wrap it over once because I don't want the boots to touch because I don't want the leather to rub on each other or have anything happen in transit. So I go over once and then I put them the other direction, just like you would like if you saw them in a shoe box or something. We got to tear this off here. All right. And then I just do a couple extra little wraps. Now I know a lot of people, Spencer, I am curious if you're still in here. How do you do your cowboy boots? Are you using paper? Are you boxing them? What are you doing with yours? Because I do the foam, and then I also do a little bit of a saran wrap, which you guys will get to see here in a second, just because it keeps the boots from like shifting around in there. I know Kelsey does, I think Kelsey does paper. If Laura's still in here, I know Laura also, I think, does paper. So I am curious. Yeah, just stick them in a bag, unless it's Posh. Yeah, if it's Poshmark, I will put them in a box because it doesn't cost me anything that way. So paper and a box typically, says Spencer, I charge buyer shipping. I never thought about a bag. Yeah, so I was doing boxes for the cowboy boots, but the price of the shipping was like, because I always do flat rate, I had to charge like anywhere between like $3 to $4 more for the box. Plus, then of course you got to find the box that it fits in. You got to go through all that kind of stuff. And with doing it this way with the foam, it keeps the size down because you're not like building that box, out to here. So what I do is I foam them, and then, but you could probably do paper. Like I said, I just have the foam. And then I also saran wrap it. And the reason I do this is so that the item doesn't shift around. So we're going to put a little sticker in here that's super cute. Good vibes only. We're going to put that in there. And then I'm going to wrap this around, and I go once over, and then I just turn and flip the other way. And we call that good. And then this saran wrap, I got this last Black Friday. They had like a great deal on the A place. And I got a super good deal on it. I have enough to last me like probably another year. Although when Black Friday comes up, I probably will still wind up getting more of it because it was a super good deal. So there's also PRIME days coming up here soon. October, I think it's like 6th and 7th or something. So put that stuff in your cart, because if you put it in your cart, then you'll get a notification that it is available at a good deal. So I hope I explained that right. I hope I explained that. Yeah. So look at that, you guys. Like, there's no way that these are getting damaged, and they're not going to, you know, hit each other or anything like that. And I look at it this way. If I was buying a used pair anywhere else from anyone, I would expect it to just come in a bag. If they came in a box, I mean, that would be cool, but I would expect mine to come in a bag. Every pair of shoes I've ever bought online, because I mainly just shop online, I try to do like buy from resellers as much as I can, and have always come in a bag, unless they're new in box. Okay, so I ship all of my Depop stuff outside of Depop. So I'm going to copy the address, and let's take a look. So this person paid me $10.90 for shipping. My shipping is not going to be $10.90. $10.90 is what I always do on cowboy boots. So we're going to go over to Pirate Ship. Yarg. We're going to put this in, copy, paste. These are going to, where are these going to? These are going to Cora in California. Now I am going to mark these as box or rigid packaging, because they are not bendable. That's kind of your like trigger. If they bend, great. If not, you need to put it as rigid packaging. The only difference on that is you just have to put the height in. So let's take a look here. We've got 15, 11, and 5. 15, 11, 5, 15, tab 11 times 10. And then we're going to pop these on the scale. We're going to tear that. And what do we got? Looks like 2.8. And I always weigh my boots a couple different directions, because you never know how it's going to land on the scale at UPS or wherever. So, yep. So we're at 2.8. And let's see what we've got for shipping. So she paid $10.90. We are looking at, what are we looking at? $9.39. So we made what, about $1.60 or $1.58 on that. Covers the costs and all of that. My cowboy boots sell really fast, and I know cowboy boots sell fast, but I also think because my shipping is a little bit lower, a lot of people I see charging for cowboy boots, they're charging like $11.90 or $12.95. Mine's $1 less for shipping, so I'm still making money on shipping, but it is $1 less, and that's just a nice little trick that I do, and it seems to work well. I mean, I just listed these less than 24 hours ago, so. All right, we're going to pop that on there. And these are going SurePost, which is, this is our SurePost. Man, we need a whole nother bag. Woo, the people at UPS and post office are going to see me coming today. They're going to be like, oh boy. Oh boy, that girl's been selling. Man, the look on that lady's face from the post office the other day when I rolled in with 21 seconds to spare. I was like, I'm so sorry. She just looked at me like, oh man, resellers. Oh, the worst, right? I put each boot in a plastic bag and pad between and under and above, but in a box normally. Okay, so Thrifty does that too. Yeah, love the Pirate Ship for sure, Spencer. It's definitely, it is the bee's knees, as they say. Okay, so we're going to put this in, mark this as shipped. And then we are going to move on to our next item here on the old Depopper. Okay, our next one here is going to be a pair of shoes. I just listed these in 24 hours ago as well. This is a little pair of Clark's strappies. They're in crazy good condition. The stickers were still on the bottom. I got these for $2 or $3. They sold for $38. And the great thing is over on Depop, I also don't have to pay a bunch of fees. You have to pay a little handling fee, but it's not much. So let's see. After all fees, all everything, all blah blah, looks like we're gonna make about $32 on that. Not bad. They paid $8.90 for shipping, and I know that they're not going to be $8.90, so we're gonna make a little extra on that. So probably closer to like 33, 34 total profit on those. So let's copy that address. We're going to pop over to Pirate Ship, and we are going to see what we see. It was really super cute on Pirate Ship the other day. The little Pirate ship guy kept wearing different Halloween costumes, but they don't have it up there today. I'm like, that brought me joy. Bring it back. Okay, and these are going to Skylar in California. So we're going to do the exact same thing with these. We are just going to put these in a little bit of foam. We're going to double up on them, and we're going to call it good. We're going to put a little saran on the outside of it, and we don't need to get any crazier than that. I'm just going to roll these up just like you would for the boots, and this is absolutely adorable. Look at that. Hello. Super cute. Super cute. Sprinkling, great to see you. Hey, Sage Sasha, I'm happy to see you as well. So we're just rolling these up in our foam. We're going to tape these suckers up, and we are going to move and ride along. Put a little tape here. And I wish I could have silent tape for you guys so you didn't have to listen to the tape thing, but that's not real life, right? So you got to listen to the tape thing. That's just the way it goes. And then we're going to look and we're going to feel, do these feel good? Does everything feel taped? That feels pretty good to me. I don't think anything's going to happen. And we are going to put these in a poly bag here and get these suckers shipped off to Skylar in California. We've got a couple Californias today, huh? Interesting. California is not one I ship to a lot either. So we had a California and a Kentucky, which Kentucky, I haven't shipped a lot of stuff there either. So kind of having a fun, unusual day. And I'm going to put a little extra piece of tape on that just because they've kind of stretched out there. And that is how you ship a pair of shoes. Kind of my rule too is I'll drop things on my table. If it feels like it's good and sturdy, great. If not, I need to rewrap. But I don't usually have to do that. All right. Now for these, since they are movable and bendable, you are able to do a box in a bag. They're not going to be super picky about those ones. Cowboy boots are like, oh, thunk, thunk. You definitely need to use the box. So our length on this, I think this is probably a 12 by 6, 12 by 8. So we got 12, 8, and then let's get a weight on these. We are looking at 1 pound, 8 ounces. Always rounding up. No, not 81 pounds. Definitely not. That would be pretty crazy. 0. Oh my gosh. That tried to make that. I'm like, nope, it's not going to be that price. All right, we're going to change that. So 12 by 8, 1 pound, 8 ounces. And let's take a look at what we got for price. Have I missed anything, you guys? Did I unintentionally ignore anybody? I apologize if I did. Trying to keep up here. That's smart, Thrifty, with the putting them each in a separate bag too. That's a good idea. All right, copy into clipboard. You know, that's the great thing about this business. Oh my gosh, I said I wanted them to bring the little costume thing back, and the little guy just had a cowboy hat on. Yes, thank you, internet, for listening to me. I had nothing to do with that, but we can pretend. Okay, print that out. That's the great thing about this business, guys, is there is a million different ways to do things, and that's what makes it cool. And that's why we all learn from each other, right? All right. California in there. All right. Moving to the next one, tripping over my mat. And, oh, join my team, join my team, join my team. Jen Meets World got the #1 gifter pad. Ooh, ooh. Hi, Jen. I am happy to see you. Jen always makes me laugh. Jen always cracks me up. Okay, going back over to Depop here, we're going to put in our mark as shipped. This is UPS. And page stick and mark as shipped, please. And thank you. All right, the next thing we've got here is a little bundle. Now, my bundles ship free on Depop. And I get this question a lot, so I'm just going to go over why I do that. On Depop, I pad all of my stuff a little bit. So if I want to sell something for $20, I will mark it up as $24. It immediately goes on a 10% off sale, which brings it down to, let's say, $22.50. Then I'm going to have that tiny little fee that Depop charges, and that's going to bring it down to, like, let's say $21.50, right? Then I pad my shipping a little bit. So I've got $1.50 to work with. Plus, I've had my shipping of about $1.50 to $2 is usually about what it is. So let's say it's anywhere between $3 to $4. So if someone else buys another item, and I've also padded the price a little bit, Now we're up to like $5 extra I have. So I can offer free shipping on bundles because I'm getting them to purchase this item over here. They've purchased this item here, but I have $5 to work with. And that $5 just goes towards the shipping. So I don't lose anything and I'm able to sell this other item. I hope that makes sense. I've tried to come up with the simplest way to describe that, and I don't know that I have yet to be successful doing that, but I'm hoping that that makes sense to you, because it makes sense to me in my brain. So this is a bundle. So we've got this cute little ghost pin, and I did the same thing. Thrifty, was it you? Someone in here said that they were going back through their listings and adding the word Halloween to their listings, which I highly recommend doing. Hello, that might be the most adorable sticker. They've been adding, they were adding Halloween to their things. I've been doing the same thing, and it is definitely helping. I've sold quite a few of these pins over the last couple of days. I think I've sold 3 of them already. That's not quite a few, but that's a bit. Now, one thing I do with my bundles is I take a photo of the items sitting together. Would this save me in a dispute? Probably not. But if this person tries to tell me that I did not include their item in the bundle, I can say that to them. I document the shipping process, and I actually have a photograph of this item being shipped with the other item. So I'm going to put this in this shoe here, right? And I took a picture of it outside of there, and then I'm going to take a picture of it with it in it as well. I think we might have just sold something else on eBay. I think we just sold something. Oh no, someone's just saying thank you for the pants. Okay. All right. Next is these here. So we're going to do the same thing. We're going to get our foam out. Oh, mermaid, you missed the squeakies. Our little doggies, they squeak when it's time for lunch, and it's post lunch now. They're napping now. But does Depop have referrals when you sign up? Jen, that's a great question. I don't know, but I would love to find out the answer to that, because I have sent probably 100 people to sign up on Depop and haven't even thought about it. I'm just terrible about that kind of stuff. Yes, you missed squeak o'clock. All right, so on these, we're going to do the exact same thing. I'm going to wrap once. I'm going to put this shoe in the opposite direction of the other one, and then we're going to wrap. I make sure that the shoes never technically touch each other, because that can cause scuff marks on the way to their destination. So nobody wants scuff marks on their shoe. You don't want to get a return or something along those lines. These shoes were in great condition. They're technically what's called a nubuck leather, which is like a leather that kind of feels like suede, N-U-B-U-C-K. You'll find sometimes you'll say, wow, that's so weird. The shoe says it's leather, but when I feel it, it feels like suede. You can actually use suede cleaner on nubuck, and it works great. So this stuff here, it's called just suede. It is my favorite suede cleaner. I did a lot of research. I found a guy that's like a shoe bro over on YT, and this is what they use. So I decided to order it. It works great. And then I just use a little brush. Let me get the brush out so I can show you. I just use a little brush on it, spray a little, and then on that. It works really, really good. So if you are needing something to clean suede, this is the stuff. And this is going to last me forever. I have cleaned probably 50 pairs of shoes, and I think it's down to here. So it's definitely a pickup. And if you go to the old Linkity and the old Bio-E, you will find it under the cleaning shoes category. Highly recommend that one. And it works, like I said, even for the nubuck leather. Oh no, Creekside has to go to a meeting. Blah, 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 blah. Ooh, I just got a new follower on Whatnot. Hey, if you guys are on Whatnot, I always forget to ask about this. If you're on Whatnot and you can find me over on Whatnot, if you follow me, I'll follow you in return, because I want to start doing those shows. I need to incorporate it somehow into my busy life already. But I want to do them. I have a whole bunch of old t-shirts, like hundreds. I have hundreds of them that I think it's just going to be way more advantageous for me to do it over on Whatnot, so I can do it quickly, because otherwise, oh my gosh, I don't even know how long it would take me to list them. It would be way too long. All right, so this is, and yeah, so follow, it's just nice comps. You can just, the same name everywhere. All right, so this is going to Megan in Virginia. And we are going to do, I think we're probably going to do rigid packaging on this one, just because they are definitely not a bendable shoe. So let's see, we've got 12 by 8 by 4. So let's see what we've got for our shipping, 12, 8, 4. And we are at 1.5. And let's check our pricing. Monster Joe's here. Well, Allison, we are going to miss you. Bye, Creekside. I hope to see you later. All right, so these are going about as far. Virginia for me tends to be a little bit pricier for shipping. We're looking at $8.25 for the shipping on this. I know I covered my costs. I'm not worried about it. Let's take a look here. We're going to copy that to clipboard. We're going to print that out. We're going to print that out. We're going to hit print again. I wish I could only have to hit print once. And they paid, this was a free shipping item. So follow me on this. I made $27 on the shoes. I made $8 on the pin. So I made a total of 27, 8, 9, 30, 1, 2, 3, 4, 3, 5. So I made $35. I'm spending $8.27 on shipping, brings it down to like $27. But I got them to buy 2 items. That pin cost me a quarter, and these shoes cost me $2. So I'm getting someone to get 2 things out of my inventory. Plus, here's the mentality of people. Man, I really want those shoes, but I don't want to have to pay for shipping. Ooh, what if I find like one other thing in here? Great, add it on. Wonderful. Let's get it going. Let's get it out of the inventory. Turn and burn, baby. Turn and burn. All right, putting this in our bag here. Oh yeah, UPS is going to be so excited to see me coming today. All right, the next item we've got here is a shirt. It looks like, I think this is a Dickies shirt. Is this our last one? I think this might be the last one today too. We were just talking about this the other day. So what this is this is a, what's called, these are the flex fits. So technically these are supposed to be like a mechanic work shirt, but this aesthetic is really big in like the hardcore community. So metal, punk, hardcore, post-hardcore, also skate, indie. I mean, you can put Halloween on this, goth. There's a ton of triggers on here besides just workwear. A lot of people just put these down as workwear when they're trying to sell these. And then all you're doing is you're only advertising with those keywords to people that are looking for these for work. You're missing an entire aesthetic out there, which is kind of in that hardcore community. So I will encourage you to get that written down on there. Let's see if we can find a cool sticker here. That's amazing. Look at that one. I'm telling you guys, these sticker packs are fire. Like, I love them so much. I think I might get as much enjoyment out of seeing what stickers are in there as the buyer's getting. I might even be getting more enjoyment out of it. I don't know. So we got this at a garage sale. I got 2. One was a long sleeve. One was a short sleeve. I'll never forget the sale. I walked up. This was a few weeks ago. There's 2 beautiful Harley bikes out front. I was hoping they were going to have a bunch of old Harley stuff, but they didn't. They just had these, and then a bunch of women's clothing that I didn't know what the brands were. It all seemed kind of more like Target style. So I did not pick up any of those, but I got these 2, and it worked great. So they flipped fast, they flipped easy, and can't go wrong with that, right? Okay, moving to shipping here. We're going to copy the address. We're going to head over to Pirate Ship and Urban Hip Hop Hustle. Thank you. That's also really great for those 2. 100%. Streetwear. I usually do streetwear and hip hop. So there's been talk as far as other words. I've seen stuff. Some people have written stuff. So I'm like, we'll just keep it at that. But whatever works is what works. All right. What is our weight on this? We are at 11 ounces and our length is 8 by 8. And let's take a look. So this is going to Zach in North Carolina. Twist around your head like a helicopter. I'll never get the words right. It's just never going to happen. I don't understand why I can't figure out the words to that song. You guys have told me it. I know it. I can hear it in my head, but don't say it. Oh, I got a little pirate looking guy. Where do you do most of your shopping, yard sales or thrift? Yard sales and garage sales. 99.9% of the time. In the last year, I've been to Goodwill once, and I've been to our local little honey hole here 4 times. The only thing I ever really get there is shoes, because they always price their shoes low. Everything else is kind of expensive. I've gotten a few shirts, a couple pairs of the larger Levi's, but I usually just like go right back to the shoe things. Everything's $5, $5 for shoes, and I can get some bangers there. So I'm a garage sale girl. All right, let's take a look through our apps and see if we sold anything else. Sometimes that'll happen where, oh, yep, we just sold something. I'm going to grab it really quick here, or have husband grab it. Hey, baby. Yeah, can you grab me those red hunter boots? I can see them. They're right there. So speaking of hunter boots, we were just talking about hunter boots. So we just sold those over on Depop. We're going to get those shipped out here. They're going to be like, wow, it was lightning fast shipping. Be like, you just caught me at the perfect time. So these are going to go to Las Vegas. Yeah, right? We have to call it the A word. You can't even say that really on the. Oh. Yeah, I know, right? Picky. That's a big A. Yeah, picky. All right, so pair hunter boots. These are definitely a bolo if you guys don't pick up hunters. I can't keep these in my shop. Couple things though. With hunters, you really need to make sure you're doing the pull, twist method. You're looking for bubbles or cracks, because these do get cracks and they do get dry rot. So you're looking for that. The other thing is in the inside here, you want to make sure that the lining isn't peeling. If the lining is peeling on these, it means that they wore these outside in the rain and then just kept them outside. And what happens is when hunter boots get stored outside, this inside fabric lining will actually bubble and peel away from it. And you don't want to resell them if they're like that, because there's moisture trapped in them. The other thing you're looking for hunter boots, now this isn't always a deal breaker, but on the sides here, if they're really worn, the size of it will get worn off. And then it's kind of hard to size the boots unless you have other hunters to put next to it. Some of them will have the sizing in the bottom. Some of them don't. I don't know why. I don't know if they started doing it on a year or they stopped doing it some year, but 50% of the hunter boots that I pick up have it, 50% don't. If I saw these though at a garage sale and the lining was gone or peeling, I wouldn't get them. If the sizing was gone and I could find it on the bottom, I'd get them. If the sizing was gone and the size wasn't on the bottom, I still might pick them up, because with hunter boots, you can take your measuring tape and actually go in and measure the length of it. If it says it's like a 9.5, it's technically a 9. So I sell a lot of hunter boots. I mean, I've probably sold 100 pair of these. And you just need to make sure you're getting them for a good price. I got these at a garage sale for $7. They just sold for $40, $54. So you can't go wrong with that, right? How do you know it will sell? Is it the brands or styles? Jen, that's a really good question. I would say I am 50-50 on that. So I will pick up some things just because I know the brand will sell. Because of all the people I've watched or stuff I've sold before. I've sold thousands of items now. So it's like I kind of know what sells, what sits in the store, what moves, what doesn't. I also watch a lot of other resellers, and I'm always looking for, brands that they say sell really well, that have a really good sell-through rate. Like Ariat, 100% of the time sells. Tactical 511, 100% of the time sells. Levi's for me, as long as they're in good condition, they 99.9% of the time sell for me. So there's certain things I always pick up. Hunter boots always sell for me. Docs always sell for me. Combat boots of any brand always sell for me. So those are ones I always pick up. Now, there's ones that isn't the case though. So for instance, I may pick up something because the aesthetic, and I'm going to use this as an example. This has been hanging up here for a while. I actually contacted this company to find out how to get another button because it's a really rare button on here. This is a local company. They were nice enough to get back to me to let me know where I can go buy one of these buttons. That's the kind of work I will do when I know I have something that is literal fire. Like this is going to be like a $60 flip. But this right here, I didn't buy it because anybody knows who Flameless Shirt Design is. Nobody knows who that is. But what I know is this sucker right here is going to make me $65 on Depop because of the aesthetic of it. So 50% of the time I'm buying something because I know what the styles are. I know what's popular right now. And then 50% of the time I'm buying stuff because I know that the brand will sell. Now with Hunter boots, I do like to put a little bit of stuff inside of them because they are a little flimsier. So now I'm not going to put these in a box because that would cost a fortune. But I am going to give it just a little bit of, I'm going to give it a little bit of love here. So getting a cute little sunflower and we'll pop that in there. So I'm going to put that in there and then I'm going to put, I've got just a couple of these from Amazon boxes. So we're going to stuff those in there. And that's just going to keep that boot from like bending in shipping. I don't want some postal worker to bend this in half and try to get it inside of a mailbox or something. So I'm going to put my foam down. I'm going to take my boot here and I'm going to wrap once. And then I'm going to take the other boot. I'm going to put some stuff in it. So I got some paper here, a couple more little of these things. Maybe you want to got some of that. And I'm going to go the other direction here, just like you'd find them in a shoebox. Then I'm going to wrap and make sure I've got enough extra. If you don't have this foam, that's okay. You can use paper. I still would suggest on your cowboy boots and your tall boots like this, combat boots, that you do put a little something inside. You don't want to put a bunch of super heavy stuff, but I'd put a little something in there. You just don't want, I always think to myself, like, what if the person that's delivering this is super rushed and they're, trying to get their work done because they've got a kid's football game to get to afterwards. So they're running and they're going and they're moving and they're grooving and they just want to get their stuff delivered for the day. I always imagine that that's happening. And so I'm thinking to myself, what do I need to do to this item in order to combat that situation? And so with boots, that is what I do. I always put a little something in them if I feel like they're going to bend. Now, the shorter Justins, the shorter Ariats, the ones that are like mid to low calf, I don't really stuff those full of much stuff. They're not very bendable, but the Hunter boots, taller Doc Martens, that's definitely a thing. Now, with these Hunter boots, do not try to box these and send them. It will cost you a fortune. So you will not be able to cover your cost of shipping. So whatever you do, do not, don't put them in a box. It's going to eat up every little bit of profit that you have. And can we get this in this bag? Yeah, it's going to stretch it. All right. Don't do it, Charity. Get the bigger bag. And we may have to double over on these. We will find out. Do you clean the clothes before selling, washing machine, drying, or dry cleaning? So here's my rule of thumb. I only wash them if they don't pass the see or smell test, meaning that if I can visibly see that they're dirty, or I do a little sniff. I mean, we all got to do what we got to do, right? I'll do a little sniff, and if the sniff is suspicious, then I will wash it. If they look unclean, I will definitely wash it too. I'm not going to dry clean anything because that's going to cost me a fortune. I guess the only exception to the rule would be if you end up with some, vintage, fancy brand, I don't even know, vintage 1950s jacket that is you're gonna sell it for $600 or $700. Maybe you could consider dry cleaning it if you think it needs to be done. Other than that, I wouldn't. So again, sight, the see and smell test is what I use. And otherwise, can you imagine what our electricity bills would be? Yeah, you're welcome, Jen. Any other questions? I got a million videos up here. There's a lot of other great resellers out there too. And that's how we all learn, right? Okay, let's get this, copy the address, and what did they pay for shipping? They paid $11.90, which is like what I usually charge for my hunter boots. And let's take a look and make sure covered costs. I'm sure I did. I haven't eaten it on a pair of hunters yet. And these are going to Hannah in Nevada. And let's take a look here at our length. These are probably a 17, 18. So we got 18 by 10 by, do we sell anything else on eBay or anything, honey? By 4. And then we have, what is our weight? And when you're doing these kind of things too, you want to get it on and off the scale a couple times. So it looks like 4 pounds, which seems about right for hunters. Yeah, see, they're usually 4 pounds. Yeah, 4 pounds. And let's take a look at what our pricing is for our rates. And we're looking at $10.15. They paid $11.90. So we padded our shipping a little bit, which covers the cost for the transaction fees on Depop and everything. So all said and done, even after our profit, or even after all of our costs, we still made about $30 on these, which isn't bad. Now I would have been able to get closer to 60 for these, but they did have a few smudges on them. I think someone had been wearing jeans, and like their jeans, like the color of the jeans came off or something. I mean, maybe that isn't what happened, but that's what it looks like to me. All right, we're gonna print this off here and get these boots delivered. And then I think that's everything today, or at least I hope so. It's been a busy day. We sold a lot today, kids. We sold a lot today. Let's take a look at what our total was. So let's see, we had, did we have 1 or 2? Ooh, why do I feel like we had 2 bundles? Hey, honey, did we only have 1 bundle today? Because I think I only bundled 1. Let's take a look here. Yeah, I think we're good. Okay, just want to make sure. I'm like, oh, did I do that? Okay. All right, so how many do we do? So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. So we did 18 items in the last 36 hours, and that is not bad. I feel like that's pretty good for me. That feels about right. All right, you guys, I am off. I am going to head over. What's that? Okay, I just wanted to make sure because I only bundled 1. So I was like, oh no, did I forget? We're good though? Gucci? Okay. Okay, perfect. All right. So I'm going to head out, you guys. Thank you so much for sharing this. Thank you for the 4.2K hearts. Thank you for inviting other people in. Thank you for being a friend, traveling down the road and back again. And I hope that you guys got a little bit of value out of this today. And I will see you guys either later today or I'll see you tomorrow. I haven't decided yet. I got all those pictures from yesterday, stuff to list today, get it cross-listed. My goal is to get at least 30 items listed and cross-listed today. We're going into 4th quarter, baby. Let's go. All right, everybody. Have a beautiful day. Bye, friends. And if you joined us on YouTube, thank you so much for hanging out. If you're watching this live or you're watching this on the replay, I appreciate you as well. Thank you for liking. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for being a friend and traveling down the road and back again. All right. Take care. Peace.